psychologist lecture, my psychologist, when I was doing psychology, even though I didn't finish it, I still plan to finish it. He used to always say that who you have a child with, it's very, very, very crucial who you choose to have a child with. Because even if you are not, you are the other parent, but the genes of the other partner will be in the child. The tendencies, the character of the other partner will be, possibly there's a strong chance that that character will be in your child. And it is one thing we don't really think deep about. We don't really think about. We just think that environment is enough. What we can teach your child is enough. Sometimes parents, we are not even intentional on the kind of parenting we want to apply to our children. And what we decide on the schools, we decide on the way they will play and all that, but we don't have clear vision of the kind of kids that we want to have. We want the kids to be educated, do well at school, have careers, buy cars and everything, have the things of having manners. They come later as you have a child. But the gene that is in the child is gonna come out one way or another. Unless if you are conscious of it and you have to work hard to fight that character that is coming from the other parent. You may find that the other parent has a character, I don't know if I must call it a character, it's in the gene of lying. Your child just lies. You find the other parent doesn't have a drive. They don't have a drive in their life. They don't work harder. They don't push to be go-getters in life. All it's about useless things. And your child will inherit those things. Are you conscious of the person that is gonna be a parent to your child? Because it takes two people to have a child. When you look at the person that you are with, or the people that whatever that you can be with, you've been with, do you want them to be your child, to take the character and the genes or whatever of that person? So why is it that we just have children with people and a certain character which are very dominant, and we don't mind having children with those people? Why is that? In some families, it's a rule that if you are marrying even into a family, they look at the mental health, they look at the kind of diseases that family have, they look at the kind of handicap which is common in that family, and also the character. You find that in that family there are drunkards. You find that family there are womanizers. Oh, they love men. Not only men love women. Women can also love men. Others, you find that they are liars. Others, they become criminals and all that. And it's like it's in the gene. And research has been done. I stand to be corrected on this one. Research has been done that you find that even rapists, you find it runs in the family. It's not an excuse. It runs, sometimes it runs in the family. You find your partner don't care about advancing themselves. They just care about wearing fashion, being fashionable, wearing brands and all that. All they think about, what they care about is them looking good. But to develop themselves and all that, they don't care about that. They care about munati fela. And your child will become that. And the other thing that we forget is this thing of putting our children on the pedestal. You put your child as a prince. She's a princess. But you forget to tell her that she's not going to be princess when she goes out in the world. The world is going to be very harsh. You are always talking about how pretty she is. There's nothing wrong with giving a child confidence. But the question is that when they don't have that affirmation that you are always giving them, oh, you are so pretty. Oh, you are a princess. Hey, every little chance you get. The question, are you building them their character as a person besides the beauty, besides the physicality, because besides what they are wearing? Do you teach them there's more to them than that? And you teach your daughter, she's the most special person out of everyone. And she goes out there and she thinks every man must treat her like she's the the best thing since sliced bread. And the world is so cruel and cold because everyone feels that they're special. And they struggle to cope in such a world. And which means that child, if it's a girl, she will move closer to a man who tells her she's the most beautiful that ever happened. Not because he loves her, because there's something that he wants, but he uses that because he can see she's got a princess syndrome. Princess syndrome is a problem. You see it sometimes even with friends. They want to be the center of attraction. They want to be the one always dominating. You see it even in the workplace. Oh, this person has got princess syndrome. And even your child, when she gets, let's say, number 2 or number 3, you beat her so much, you are like, why did she get number 2 or number 3? It's not good enough. And when you forget there are children who are more intelligent than your child. There's always somebody who's much better or somebody who will work harder. And they cannot cope. They've got unnecessary pressure. Because they were taught to read they're the best and nobody is better than them. There's no one who can be better than everyone else. No one. It's not possible. No one. So my question is that while you are busy in that relationship, you can having a child by mistake or whatever you will call it, a mistake, or by planning. Do you look at the character of that woman that you want to have a child with? Or do you look at the character of that man that you want to have children or a child with? The character of that person, is it something that you can really wish your child to have? Do you find that the person is arrogant? They're arrogant, they don't have manners, they don't have love. Your child becomes like that. And if they don't become, you means you have to work much harder for them not to, that character to be suppressed. It will always be there, but because you have to work harder to suppress that character. We don't think of these things. We don't think of the implication of having children with people, marrying people and having children with them. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about, yes, as much as children belong in a marriage, but I'm not going to talk about it because I know we do as we please. We have children outside marriage, so I'm not going to talk about that. Are you conscious of the characters of those people that you lay with? I wanted to give I'm just remembering when I was talking to this woman and she was like, you know what, I pray that my child doesn't have a character of the father. But I was like, but you knew the character. You knew the character. So you pray and hope, but the genes, you cannot unscrap the genes. It needs a lot of work and grace. So some of the things that we may cry about and what your kids become is because of the choices that we make, but the people that we decide to be the other parent to our children. Yeah, we don't speak more about this issue. We don't speak more about this issue, and it's very, very important. A parent doesn't have to be there full time for a child to take the character of that parent. It's the gene. It's the gene which is there. A parent may not be, a father may not be there, actively be there. A mother may not be there because their parents or their fathers who are single fathers who are raising the kids. But you find that child takes after the mother who's not there. The unbecoming tendencies. So my question is that if you don't have children, think hard about the person that you want to marry and have children with. Think hard of that person you say, oops, it was a mistake, and you have a child with. The character of that person. Will you like it to be in your children and generations to come?